Hey everyone, I'm Keychain. So we are on the last day of the Lunar New Year Carnival 50% event. Now I wanted to talk about something that I haven't before, and this applies to all 50% events, and it's how to spend your currency on the last day. There's no more quests. There's nothing to, save materials for or anything like that. So what do you do with your currency? And how do you decide what you need? So there's a couple of different ways to look at this. There's one type that's basically what I would call the inventory type person, where you like a little bit of everything. So if you're that type of player, then the simplest way to decide what you need is to go through some of the areas of upgrade and see what materials you're short on. So if you go look at your gemstones and you're like, okay, well, I've only got 48 million gemstone essence. I can't even do one phantom upgrade. So I would need some gemstone essence. Go look at your coat of arms and your curiosities and say, what would I need to be able to do an upgrade? Well, looks like I need about 2 million artisan materials. And just, go through like that. Now, the thing that I don't do, and you don't have to do what I'm doing. It's just something that I do, and I'll give you the reason. On the last day, I don't purchase any of the ingots, formulas, handbooks, scrolls, whatever you call them. I don't purchase any of these. And the reason for that is I'm not going to do any of these upgrades before the next 50% event. If you're someone who just upgrades all the time or you do upgrades in between, then go ahead and buy these and prepare for your next upgrade. Now, the reason that I don't do it is because most of the time, not always, but most of the time, these things are cheaper the next 50% event. So Earth Coat of Arms might be 90 next time or 100, even 110, but whatever it is, they'll be a little cheaper. And when they're a little bit cheaper, it makes it, easier to buy. And since I'm waiting for the next 50% event to do those upgrades anyways, why not? Another good example is right here, the Fire Demon. That's a good one because I can get 3 of these for free every day. So it doesn't make sense for me to buy the last, 50, and it's like, oh, then I'd have 65 of them and I'll be that much closer. But what if the next 50% event is, a month away? Well, in 30 days, I can get 90 of these and I get them for free. So then I overshoot the mark and I have more than I need. So I'm not going to waste currency on that. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking at and thinking about. So I don't buy any of those things on the last day, and I just hope that they actually are cheaper the next time around. And if they're not cheaper, it doesn't hurt you. Unless, maybe you're at 190 out of 200. Well, maybe you should buy 10 so that the next time, if you need to buy a full handbook and you need 200, well, then you can do that as well. So the other type of, method of analyzing, and this is the one that I am, is I like to look at what's going to get me the most bang for my buck, if you will, the most stats for one upgrade. And for me, looking around, an example is guard weapons. So if I come in here, this all troop +3 to +4, if I was going to upgrade this the next time around, that's going to give me 38% to all of my troop stats. And to do that, I only need 45,000 of the Mediterranean metal. So I can gain 45% health, attack, and defense for my all troop stats. And then down here for cavalry and distance, like look at that jump. That's 120% on the attack, health, and defense for one cav weapon. So there's some pretty big upgrades in the guard weapons. And if I start going through some of the other things that I have unlocked. Gemstones, I think that the percentages are smaller for what I'll gain, but I'm going to double check. So if I was going to upgrade one of these, for example, a basic phantom gemstone, to upgrade that, it's going to gain me, what is that, 13% to the attack of distance infantry and cav. That's a pretty small upgrade, especially for the amount of resources. I need 150 million of the gemstone essence. I would have to spend all of my currency on that, and the upgrade is small, so I'm not looking at gemstones at all. Going in here to look at the new coat of arms. Now, if I did unlock Earth coat of arms, which I'm nowhere near close to it, that would be a decent upgrade because I'd be going from what I currently have equipped at 147% on some of these up to 170 just for changing over. So if I could do that, it'd be worth it. But I also need 3.2 million materials for each of these. So to craft 4, I'm looking at 12 million. And going into the store, getting 12 million of these, or 12 million essence, or artisan materials, it's going to eat up everything I have, and that's only going to be 9 million. And then I don't even have the, handbooks yet. And that's not really what I'm looking at. So for me, I'm going to buy a little bit of everything. And the other thing I'm going to look for is I'm planning ahead. So what do I mean by that? The current set of upgrades has been, we got new equipment, we got new gemstones, we got new coat of arms, and we got new airship. So we can do guard weapons again, or we can do curiosities. And I don't know what they're going to upgrade next, but we're only on R7 curiosities. So I think I'm going to buy some curiosity materials and hope that that's the next upgrade. And the pattern during the 50% events has been whatever the new thing is, it repeats the quest 3 times. So this time coat of arms showed up 3 times in the daily quest. So it doesn't hurt to have extra curiosity materials, even if I don't have the new curiosities, to be able to do 1 or 2 upgrades each day and maximize the currency I get from that. It doesn't hurt to have that. So that's something that I'm going to do as well. So now, time to spend. I definitely want some Mediterranean metal, and I want a good chunk of this stuff. So I'm going to buy, 18,000 of them. And now I want to get some of the curiosity materials. So I'm going to do that. I think I'll buy, let's do 25 of these. And ebony essence I'm usually shorter on, so let's buy 35 of these. Now what else do I want? I haven't been locked out by the Black Sea Flames because I'm not that high on my curiosities. Haven't been locked out on ether crystals. Don't need crimson gold. Lava crystals. I should probably buy some. Not a ton. So I'll buy 2 of these, which is 130. That's a decent chunk. And then probably buy some artisan materials, or the other thing I'm short on right now is speed ups. And I wish that Scholar Scrolls were in here this time. Scholar Scrolls were not in the store, and I wish they were because I want to do the new research. But, didn't quite work out for me. So artisan materials, and it looks like I'm almost out of stuff here. So now I got a plan not to waste. So if I do 2 4s, 2 4s is 8, and then 2 of the 6 hours, or the 60 minutes. So now we exactly spent every single lantern we had, which is perfect. We don't want to carry those over. They're not worth anything. in the future they'll change to 1,000 wood and 1,000 food. And then, even though I don't need these, I'm buying them just so that I have, spending something. And I just about maxed out this store, but that's because we were doing red guards like crazy this time. And I really think that's it. Let me know what type you are and what you decided to buy and why. Maybe you changed my mind. Maybe you have a different theory or a different way of looking at things. And I'm always open to other people's suggestions and having a debate and looking at it from their point of view. Hope this helped, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.